Didn't even ask me what I wanted. You made dumb assumptions. Clearly not your forte. Clearly don't be fucking. You've been fucking liars. Thought that I should let you know. And you was talking freaky, like you was gonna show. I started losing interest. I started to zone out. You was fucking liars. Thought that I should let you know. Really didn't think it gon' like this. Should've stayed my ass celibate. Should've never let you in my bed. Ask me what I wanted. Clearly don't be fucking. Ask me what I wanted. Clearly don't be fucking. Should've never let you in my bed. Ask me what I wanted. You made dumb assumptions. Clearly not your fault.
هذا فلوس اليوم اشياء حلوه صراحه. انا امس كنت هني موجود واليوم يعني شويه تحمست اكثر لاني شفت صراحه. راح تشوفون ان في وايد اشياء راح تعلمونها خاصه في عمليه وايد دقيقه بالحسابات، لان الفرنسيين هم عندهم يعني كل شيء بالملي. فراح شويه اللي يعني عنده سؤال عنده شيء على طول يقوله، لا ينطر لاخر شيء، على اساس انه يعني ما تنسون the question. We just spit it out right away, and Chef Francois will be very
rich. Cocoa butter, we will not use the cocoa powder, but there is also cocoa powder. We will
عندكم اي معلومه اي استفسار او شيء تقدرون تسالونه. بنفس الوقت هو راح يكفر كل انواع الشوكليت، الابيض والدارك والميلك حتى زبده الكاكاو.
The focus today will be really on chocolate bonbon and pralines. Okay, so we will have a couple of recipes with different idea of combination of taste, different technique to process for the outside of the chocolate for chocolate molded. Yeah.
راح يركز اليوم الشيف على النوعين من انواع الشوكليت، البونبون والجناش، وراح يسوي بعض التكنيكات في السبراي رشنج، وراح يعطيك كذلك الروبينج الجناش اللي هو تقطير الجناش. فعنده تكنيكات وايد حلوه تصور مستفيده وعندك.
You will see the process of the filling. It's quite easy and it's always similar for each recipe. So I will focus in the beginning on the process. After we will not do all the recipe because it's the same process anytime, so it's not really interesting. More on the finishing we will focus, and in the beginning I will introduce you the way to calculate the ganache.
الحلو اللي راح نسوي ان كل الوصفات اللي عندنا قيمه تعتمد على طريقه واحده، فراح نسوي اول وصفه وثاني وصفه وبعدين الباقي راح يشرحها قدامكم. وكذلك راح يشرح النسب الجناش وايد مهمه، كل مقدار شنو نسبته في الجناش.
Maybe some of you know about the ganache, if we want to control the texture, the taste, the sweetness, the shelf life, we should know very well the ingredients, the composition of the ingredients, to balance the recipe to be well done. Okay, and there is different parameters to set depending of what we want to do at the end.
طبعا الشركه يتكلم عن الجناش قاعد يقول ان شو اسمه الجناش في نسب معينه تاثر في التكستشر في القوام، كذلك ياثر في الاكسباير. اول جامد نقوله يعني اكثر، دائما النسبه تكون ما بين 18 الى 22 طبعا من اجمالي الوصفه 18%.
The molded, most of the time I am in between of 10 to 14. But it's not the rules to follow. Even if you have less or more, it's okay. Just not over 22 because it will be too hard again.
المولد اللي يكون بالمولد يعني كل ما يكون ما يكون اعلى من 22 لانه بصير وايد يابس، لكن هو ما بين 10 to 14.
Yes, 10 to 14.
يعني 14.
Play with the different fat to have a melting in mouth texture. Okay.
قاعد يقول يعني هم بعد في عندنا طبعا كوكو بتر اللي هو الهارد فات اللي هو نوع من انواع الزيوت الجامده، وعندنا زيوت تكون غير جامده والزيوت السائله اكثر. فيقول هذه هي تاثر على طريقه على التيست ميلتنج ذا ماوث، يعني يذوب الحلقه. طبعا هو الكوكو زبده الكاكاو هي اللي تاثر، مو الكاكاو، طارق الكاكاو اسود. زبده الكاكاو هي المسؤوله عن ميلتنج ذا ماوث.
Then the next important is the total fat. All the fat together should be below 40% because if you go over, when you want to store a little bit, it will be oxidate and give a bad taste to your filling. So better to be always below 40.
That's the cocoa butter, milk fat, and
The total, yes.
total. عندنا شوف حاضرة زبدة الكاكاو. Yes, here. Yes, all below 40. عندنا زبدة الكاكاو بالميلك فات واذر فاتس يكون موجود في الوصفة، لازم مجموعهم كلهم يكون أقل من 40%، لأن إذا كان أكثر من 40% راح يأثر بتأثير سلبي على طعم الشوكولاتة أو الجناش.
Next column is the milk powder. Milk powder, it's because the milk powder absorbs a lot the liquid, so it's important to know, and it's for the taste also. If you want a milky taste, it's good to know exactly the milk powder we have into the preparation.
هم بعد من المهم ان نحط ميلك باودر اللي هو الباودر حليب، لان مثل ما قال الشيف انه يمتص السائل، يعني رطوبه السائل، ويعطينا تكستشر حلو، وهم يعطينا يعتبرونها ميلكي تيست، يعني يكون طعمه يكون حليب، كذي شكل حليب سائل. هم يفضل انه يحط ماء الباودر.
Next two columns, it's about the sugar. The first one is the quantity of the sugar. The second one is the taste of the sugar, I mean the sweet taste. So quantity means if you weigh the sugar, for example, you weigh glucose, okay, it's an amount of glucose, but it's not the same sweetness like honey, for example. But in quantity, it's the global, okay? Because the sugar makes the ganache softer. It's important to know the percentage of the sugar inside. Even if it's not sweet or very sweet, always it's giving softer texture to your ganache. So for the molded, it's not a big deal if you have a soft ganache. But for the Arabic, if you have too much quantity of sugar, it's too soft at the end, even if you set correctly the cocoa butter, because the sugar makes it soft.
السكر يقول يلعب دور مهم بعد كذلك في التكستشر مال الجناش، قوام الجناش، انه دائما السكر يكون يعني يخليه يكون اكثر سيوله، فالواحد يكون حذر في موضوع السكر. وحتى ذكر هو قال ان السكر في انواع من السكر ما تكون نفس الحلاوه.
The 32 is more milky, 35 is more caramelized. Okay. Then you have 58% dark, 64% dark, 72% dark, plus one specific origin, two in fact specific origin, 65%. Okay. Depending on that, you have different tasting of the chocolate, but you can make some more mixing chocolates together. You can set exactly the percentage of cocoa content that you want to have. Here, for example, the chocolate is a little bit too strong, the milk chocolate for me. So to feel well the orange. So I cut it with some white, and it's very light milk chocolate ganache. Okay? So I combine together the two kinds.
يعني هو قاعد طبعا قاعد يقول انك بدون تكون نوعين من الكاكاو عشان تقلل الساعات تكون بالنسبه قاعد يقول اعطى مثال يقول الكاكاو الميلك اذا كان 32% شو اسمه 32 is more creamy
More milky.
ملكي. طبعا نسبة 32% الكاكاو الحليب يكون أكثر طعمه يكون الحليب، لكن إذا كان 35% كاكاو يكون كراميل مو كراميل 35 right؟
35 is more caramel.
إيه نسبة يكون طعمه مايل كراميل شوي شوي. ففي قاعد يلعب أنواع الكاكاو حتى مع الدارك يقول خلطته مع
441.
ها؟
441 chocolate.
وأي نوع بلش؟
Yes.
41
41.
ميلك ولا؟
No, there is no 41 now.
في
But
41
you
more.
make your own 41.
You can make it.
Another
Mixing
chocolate, more
dark
than
chocolate and milk chocolate together. You can increase the percentage of cocoa by mixing chocolate together.
Okay.
This is the idea.
قاعد
Okay?
يقول لك
Then you don't need to have 20 different kind of chocolate to make your ganache. You need few references, and with these few references, you can do anything.
Merci.
قاعد يقول ممكن نضيف كاكاو باودر.
Yes. مش تعرف عن نستمتع. Merci.
Then the ganache, we mix it and blend it at the end to get a good emulsion, and we use the same like the mint. Okay, it's into a flat shape also, so we make the design on the mold, the shell. Then we fill up completely because we will fix to another mold again. I will show you the mold later.
ايش طريقة شو راح نسوي؟
You can take, because it's 2 layers, the orange praline. Okay, it's going with the ganache. It's one part of the mold is fitting with the ganache, one part is fitting with the crispy praline.
راح احط حشوتين. راح يكون واحدة كريسبي واحدة جاش. البشر البرتقال. الحين عشان بس يمتص السائل. بعدين تضيفينه على لأنه ما يبي يقول عشان إذا حطيتي سائل يصير يسوي شو اسمه يصير في خلل في مدة الجناش.
For the praline, first we have some dark chocolate. Okay,
حق
we use
البرالين
64% dark chocolate.
-60
Because I like the taste. It's not bitter. It's strong enough in cocoa. It's not too sweet. Okay, and it's very liquid also.
واستخدم هذا النوع اللي هو نسبة 65 لأن يبي طعم الكاكاو يكون بارز غير طعم خاصة بالبرلين.
We mix together with the praline. Okay, it's 50% hazelnut praline. You can buy ready, or you can do yourself. You roast the hazelnuts. You mix with some caramel, 50% of sugar to make the caramel compared to the hazelnut, and you blend it to make the praline. If you want very fine, there is also the raffiner. How we call it? Not the robot, the one with the stone, you know?
هذه نسميها
The grinder.
اللي هو الحجر فيه حجر وطحن. طبعا قاعد اقول لكم شو الطريقه تسوونها من الصفر.
اوكي.
اللي هو البندق البريد البندق. تسوون كراميل بعدين تضيفونه على البندق وتخلونه ينشف بعدين تحطونه في الماكينه هذه وتطحنونه يصير عندكم بندق برلين بندق. لكن ممكن تستخدمون الجاهز اللي يكون 50% 50% كراميل.
في 55%. 55%.
يعتمد على
لكن كثير مر.
اي يعني يعتمد على النسبه اللي تبيها.
Here you can see the color is getting a little bit lighter because we mixed with the praline, so it's reducing the power of cocoa. Even if it's dark straight in the beginning, you don't feel it's dark now. It's almost like milk, strong milk, but still soft like this.
قاعد يقول لما ضاف البرالين عليه طبعا غير اللون، اول شيء صار تنمل وهم بعد صار الطعم مال سترونج الشوكلت القوي راح يخفف. هذه راح احط الكريسبي.
This is the crispy crunchy from Belish, the one like feuilletin, okay, to
Laurent.
give really crispy
Laurent.
texture in your mouth. Okay, I use it at the end,
اللي اعرفها.
Yes.
mixing with some orange zest, which I dry a little in the oven. To dry is just to be dry, not to be wet. That's all. It's about the touching. Then a little of salt for the hazelnut to improve the taste. And we need to mix with this chocolate and praline preparation to cover or coat in any pieces of crispy crunchy with this preparation. This preparation is pure dry. This is not ganache, so it will not make it softer. The crispy crunchy, it will keep the crispy because of the fats from the praline and the chocolate.
طبعا جاي يقول نقطة مهمة إن الكريسبي ما راح يصير سوفت لأنه هو مو جناش، هو حاطه مع بيور شوكليت، عشان كذي راح يغطي وراح يصير كريسبي بالمية، لكن إذا حطيناه مع جناش راح يصير ويت، راح يصير
لين.
رطب.
Now I will show you about the design. Is this kind of mold, okay? Like a round shape but very flat again because we want to fix them together. Okay? So if it's too tall, it's too much in quantity. Here at the end it's about 12 grams, I think, something like this. I want to make a kind of rose design on the top in yellow color. Okay? First, I will use yellow color on cocoa butter. I will spray the cocoa butter on the surface to get the yellow color. Because it's not chocolate inside, it's transparent. So if I put some dark chocolate on the top, the chocolate will cover the yellow. But if I have some white, the chocolate will not cover the color and I will get the white, the yellow on the white parts. Okay? Then from this yellow color, I will put some white on the background with a specific tools to get the design. Something like this at the end. You know? Then all the yellow around will be covered by the chocolate color, and the white will make yellow very strong, or stronger we can say, from the outside. First, yellow color.
طبعا شو راح يحط راويكم؟ أول شيء راح يحط اللون الأصفر الفاتح عشان يبين، بعدين راح يحط الوردة يبين من ورا اللون.
So it's not transparent. You cannot see through. Anyway, I will try maybe to do like this, then you can see on the camera. Oops. Now I still have some white inside, so I take out the white. Okay, here the cocoa butter with the color,
طبعا
mix
هذا
a little.
زبدة كاكاو مع لون بس، ما في كاكاو، عشان يعطيه يكون شفاف. الديزاين اللي وراه راح يكون شفاف. الديزاين اللي وراه. فخلط بس الكاكاو مع لون. مع لون عشان يعطيه يكون شفاف. تشوفين الديزاين اللي وراه اللي راح اسويه.
High pressure, take out the white. I prepare again the paper on the sides.
اوكي.
to clean the sides. For this one, it's important to set correctly the yellow before you start with the white color, because the tools we have to put on top of the yellow to make the design. So I need
بس
to put it on.
ينشف شوية بعدين ديزاين مو على طول. You can put it in the fridge or no?
No, I prefer not, because you will lose the shape.
Close the shape.
Then the specific tools is this one. Okay, it's a kind of nozzle with any design you want. It's like the rose design. I will put on the top and spray some white. Okay, if you make a big quantity of this, maybe you have to clean up. You heat the inside little and you clean up because it will close some of the holes.
يعني يكون تكون كمية كبيرة كل فترة مقفول لأنه راح يكون شو اسمه راح يكون مسكر هذا اللون راح يسكر. نفوه بعدين نرد مرة ثانية نستخدمه.
So I put in the middle. Now I will spray to really cover everything with a little higher pressure also. Taking out the green first. Ready. Also I turn. And I do the other side. Spicy, yeah, this is logo on the top, printed, but without any color, just by the caramelization of the iron.
يعني يكون ممكن تسوون ختم بطارية يكون عليه.
Do a couple of pieces, I know it's cooling down.
أكيد المفروض أنا أوكي.
Smell like barbecue. Now I clean it again. Be careful, it's very hot, so I put on the side. And we can see we get really the logo printing on the cookie. This is something interesting. We just put one drop of chocolate and we fix it on the top like this.
بس ليرة كاو هاي.
We connect directly to the egg because it's the same roundness. Yes.
هو قاعد يشرح شرح يسوي يعني راح اراويكم بعد شوي عنه. قاعد يشرح هو شلون يسوي هذه الثمرة اللي مالت الفيلم كنا بندق. هو راح يسويها. بندقها وايد تكستشر فوق. ثمرة.
For sure we need temperate chocolate, not hot. We make some
Light
light
chocolate, huh?
in different angles.
Angles.
First like this, for example, then like this, and like this. Okay. It's good to touch the border of the container.
يعني خلوا من البلاستيك من أولها.
Then we dip inside, okay, and we just take it out. We get all the line on the outside. I will fix on top of the polystyrene like this and let it dry. Even if I still have one part without the coating, it's not a big deal because I should, okay, maybe 15 minutes. We check the temperature and just warm up a little in the microwave here because the machine is set to be ready for the enrobing. so it's okay.
33
We make a thin layer of chocolate on top of the
خلاص
plastic.
خفيفة جدا. أنا عجبني صراحة التكنيك، أنا ما استخدمه.
If you make a big bond, you can use a plastic tube. Okay, you make like this and a little in the middle for the storage, and then you pour like this your tube on the top. Just your finger on the side to make sure it's not going out of the tube. But it's making a very thin layer. Now it's a little shape, so we'll be just with the spatula like this.
الصينية لازم تكون سيدة بس مو صينية محطوط هيك يعني فعلا مساعدة طبعا واحد أو طبقة فخام أو شيء.
Something like this, okay? Now I put the little bars or the frame directly when it's fresh to stick together. I will stick these two together also.
They are not magnetic.
What? No, I don't have magnetic. Too expensive for me. Then the little one on the side. So you have to set the size depending on the quantity. Here I don't know exactly the size I need for this little quantity, so I make approximately what I think is good. Then I close the other. If you don't know, sometimes you can keep one out and just replace depending of your quantity. But if you do it regularly, you know exactly which quantity for how many centimeters of ganache. It's chocolate magnetic.
Yes, that's good.
Now we get the frame ready. Okay. We put the ganache one side, and then we just use a bar, but a strong one because we don't want to curve. We want to be very, very flat. Like this, we put the finger on the side and we pull slowly like this. I will show you because we will do the ganache.
وحدة قوية يعني ما تنهار ولا شيء. تقدرين تسوين.
We let crystallize before we put the ganache on the top here.
خليه لما يصير كريستاليزيشن يعني يجمد راح يحط الجناش بعدين.
And we go for the ganache. The first is the glucose. I didn't scale before because it's glucose syrup. It's just glucose syrup now.
Sugar syrup, sir.
Yeah. Then the butter together.
Butter.
حط الجلوكوز مع الزبدة.
What other name butter? Butter.
Better, we tell this better.
Ah.
It's the same method in fact, like
Better
before.
and sugar and glucose after put grain for ganache.
Then cocoa butter and the cream. I already infused the coffee inside. Or how many long? How long I make the
كم
infusion?
دقيقة
زمن
infusing
15
15 minutes exactly. For the coffee, I don't use coffee powder. I use coffee, the whole grain, okay, and I break with a roller into a piping bag. Then I have a little powder, but the rest is big pieces. It's easy to take out, but I still have, through the sieve, some of the grain passing by and making like vanilla seeds, you know, a little bit, but with the coffee and giving a full power of the taste of the coffee. If you have too much, it's not good, but just a little like this is fine. Then we warm up. This one is 70 degrees. It's writing 65. But
70.
65 is more for the molding. 70 if you want to do the unrolling like this.
65 حق المولدين حق الطرد المولد. 70 حق الروبينج اللي راح اسويه. up to 70 نوت عشان مو كاتبه.
Ito lang po, may alam. Naano ko lang to kasi mamaya magubat na naman ako. May reception ako bukas. Gagawa pa ako ng mga chocolate ko tapos mawala ko kaya. Reception ko bukas. Alasin ko pa naman kaya pa.
70.
Magdamag kong gagawin ng mga kumbang.
That's aaral. 75 مول. 70 الربع. 65 for 60 or 65 for the.
It's not the rules for everything. It's depending on the quantity of hot and the quantity of cold. If you have a lot of liquid, it can be less the temperature because it will warm up this small quantity. If it's a lot of chocolate, then it's a little bit more because we need to melt all the chocolate. So the setting of the temperature is made like this. Sometimes you can do one by your own. Okay, and you see the temperature at the end of the mixing was a little bit too cold. Then increase a little the temperature of the heating to be right after mixing with the chocolate. It's just like this.
يعني مش قاعدة تعتمد عليك انت. إذا كان أكثر يعني الشوكولاتة بارد ممكن الحرارة الساعة.
Yeah, now already it's set, it's not sticky. Okay, it's not completely set like crispy, and it will not be crispy because it's not well tempered. We destroy a little bit of tempering, but set. We need to have set before we put the ganache.
هو ما راح يتكسر.
Ayun yung
بس
brown
ما راح
chocolate.
يتكسر ليش؟ لأن الحرارة كانت عالية. يعني كان درجة مضبوطة راح يتكسر. عشان كذي هو كان رفعه شوية على أساس إنه ما يتكسر.
Still few degrees more. We are at 50. What is interesting? You have two recipes very similar. It's cappuccino and espresso. The idea is to show you with very similar recipes, the same quantity of coffee, same quantity of chocolate, almost the same recipe, but using the white chocolate we get milky and cappuccino taste. And using the dark chocolate, you get a little bit more bitter, like espresso taste, which is. How to proceed for the molding? We fill up with tempering chocolate to the piping bag. Okay? We make preparation to make sure it's going everywhere. We take the silicone like this and we put upside down on top of the grill, a little bit up. Then vibration again with the grill. We take the mold from the side and we spray with the grill again like this. And we turn upside down. If you still have a little of chocolate close to the
هو كلها كلها راح تحاكي
الحبة بنص النار.
عبد الله غيري
لا طبعا طبعا
الورق
الصورة دي بفلوس.
يلا تعال
تعالوا اتفضلوا شوية.
مش عايزين نطلع حد يلا